Okay, back to the syllabus, which can be found over here. And then also, if you want better formatting, remember you can download it, and then I have it over here as a link. So just remember, if you have DSPS paperwork, please get that to me right away. So there's a lot of contact information at the beginning. Remember, we're just 20 days solid, or section 9176. This is my voicemail, so this is a regular COD number, and then there's an extension there, and you just leave a message and I'll call you back. Again, please be polite. I don't call back right away, usually within 48 hours. Okay? If it's urgent, email me is the fastest way. But again, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to noon is when I'm going to be online and responding, not at the due date or the time on Wednesday necessarily. So make sure you ask your questions early. So the course description gets you into the techniques of art, but also the problems and social forces that shape our world, our visual world. And you really will gain insight on understanding some of what's going on in the art world, and it'll seem a lot clearer to you. And I think especially if you go to the Palm Springs Museum, if you have already, and then you go back toward the end of class, which you will do because there's an assignment for a field trip, you'll see how much different you look at everything. So you'll start to understand the written vocabulary of art. You're going to demonstrate the ability to identify different media and describe their process. So there's some really great things you're going to gain through this. We are using, again, the 5th edition of Margaret Lazari's Exploring Art, only the 5th edition. They added a whole chapter, so if you don't have it, if you have an older edition, you're going to be off, and it won't work for you. You're also going to get Mind Tap. Make sure you purchase that, and that's the information at the bookstore, but you can also just get it on Amazon with the Mind Tap Cengage component. So you really do have to read the book. Not every image that I'm going to have you discuss is in the PowerPoint. In fact, a lot of the assignments are not anything you're going to find on Canvas. It has to be in the book. So for the art materials, you want to get these materials by the weekend of the 5th and 6th. You're going to need some acrylic paint or watercolor or colored pencils if you really want to go that route. I don't want you to spend a ton of money. That's not the intention. But you are going to need some things to make a color wheel, which is down here in Color Explorations. And you're also going to do a mosaic design. Now that can be made out of a bunch of different things, and that'll be on the assignment. But generally speaking, students will kind of use whatever they used for like the color wheel. With the Wangechi Mutu collage, which will make more sense to you later, you're going to need scissors, glue or glue stick, and magazines. Now, more and more students will say, oh, I don't carry magazines, I only do stuff online. In some cases, I'll let you do this online, but you're going to have to prove how you made it. You can't just download something. So I would say stick with the magazines if you really want to make sure you're going to get the credit, and you're going to cut up some magazines. So start to look at the library and thrift stores. But you're going to need this right away. Student conduct, that's really important. Respect for your peers and for me. So you're going to think about not only the policies and guidelines for the College of the Desert catalog, but you also want to be respectful to your peers in the discussions. There's not really a casual manner here. We're here in a more formal kind of a way. So think about that. Anything that has issues or you're expressing yourself in an angry or inappropriate way is going to go to the dean. Okay. The Netiquette guide on the Canvas homepage, which I already showed you in the first video, I believe, is there, so you can kind of go over that. Academic integrity is another issue. Plagiarism and patch writing is really one of the things I've noticed is becoming more and more of a problem, where students don't understand what using the book is. Using the book means you're reading the book and you're digesting it and you are coming up with wording that is entirely different from the book. Using the book doesn't mean using the words from the book in the order that they're there. So there's more information on this, but it does get reported. I do have issues every once in a while, and we have software that will search when you write your essays. So your assignments and work ethic, that's important. This is a condensed course. I really want you to think this through. 3 weeks is condensed from 16. I didn't cut very much out. I think I cut out one art project and one essay, and that's it. Okay? So you are going to really have to work 5 hours a day. And if you don't have a computer, meaning a laptop or desktop, you're not going to do well in this course. You cannot use your phone. Okay? So if that is not something you can sort out by the weekend, meaning the 5th and 6th, then I would drop the class. Okay? If you have a heavy work schedule, that's not going to work for you. And if you can't purchase the book, that's also going to not work. Okay, just this class will always be here. There's many sections of it. I just so happen to be the only person teaching it online, but there's sections available in the spring. They are full at this point, and this is December 29th when I'm recording this, but you can get on the wait list, okay, or do it in the summer. So the other thing is I don't tell you how to learn online. That's not something I do. So make sure you know how to learn online, because I will not cover that. And there's no way you're going to figure it out in 3 or 4 days and then be able to get into the work and get that in on time. So this is not a good situation for you to try to figure everything out. That's not where we're at. So again, don't use your iPhone or device. I always have students say, well, I did it on my phone and it's not lining up right, and you're going to get things wrong on the multiple choice and so on. It's going to be a problem. Computer outage or not having access to it, or your Wi-Fi going down, if that's the case, which usually a lot of people leave it till the due date time, which is 11 p.m. on Wednesdays, if you wait till 10:45 and then your computer shuts down, that's unfortunate, because the work has been open for a whole week. So there's no way that's going to be an excuse. If there is a situation, Canvas shuts down, COD website, or just, their whole computer network shuts down, then you'll get a case number from them. You have to call them or email them, and they will give you a case number. Otherwise, you're out of luck. Okay? Sometimes I have typos, and or the due dates are incorrect, or something like I put AM instead of PM, or vice versa. You can get 2 points every time you catch one of those. Okay? So sometimes I do make mistakes. If that happens, then I will extend the due date, but remember, it's only 3 weeks. It's not going to be a whole big extension. Document and formatting, make sure you're using a Word doc or PDF only. If I can't read it, or if it's hard to read, you're going to get points off. If I can't open the file, it's going to be a 0. A lot of people send me Google Docs or Pages. Absolutely do not send me these, and no text files, which is usually straight from the phone, is going to be a 0. Or in the case of the text files, it'll be points off. It makes it really hard for me to read. I'm not tech support. Again, anything you have questions about art or the assignments, of course, I will answer that. But if you have technical questions, the email that I'm going to send you is please contact the support numbers or these different resources, which are listed right here. Okay, I'm going to pause there.